And we are back with part 4. I was about to say silly when I got off. It would be silly to transfer your probes to where they'd actually be mining, because that's ridiculous. Anyway, let me pull up the production tab as we get started. We do finally have drones coming from our Zerg player. I'm not sure where he has a lot of idle drones in his main, but he does his expansion coming up, slowly but surely. Another Dark Templar warping in, probably not at the forward pylon, most likely back in the main, or the natural, because they like to walk. They'll enjoy this peaceful walk. He is transferring the probes, so give him credit where credit is due, not Drew. He is getting his probes where they actually mining, so his income is really going to shoot up now he has well-saturated base. He has not taken the gas here, which may not be a bad idea, because he does have a lot of gas stockpiled. He should really learn how to use this. That would be helpful. As far as units go, even Archon, did he make that in the main just now? Or where is that? Where's Archon? There he is. Archons are badasses. Look at their crazy ass fire face. I don't know. They do a ton of damage and they are great berserk, because you see this bonus here. I can't highlight both, but it says versus biological to do extra damage to Zerg. So that is awesome. And him and his Dark Templar buddy are moving out. This Dark Templar could cause a lot of harass. I don't think, besides that, oh, he does have detection. He does have detection right here. So he's going to get killed immediately. And this poor Archon, he can probably take one Broodlord, but he's not attacking the Broodlord. He's just going to fight the Broodlings. The Dark Templar is helping with the Broodlings, but these Roaches are going to easily clean up this aggression. Dark Templar is still alive because he is not moving his detection. He's starting to work on these Roaches. Look how much damage it did with a single swing. 50 damage. He's going to attack the lair. Oh, and upon request, let me do it at the hive. Here we go. Zooming in on the penis tentacles. So there you go, Marshall. I zoomed in on the penis tentacles. And the center drone is still there, doing nothing. What is going on with this? Okay, the detector did come over and finish off the DT. He did significant damage, but this will slowly regenerate. Now we have bleeding, ooey gooey penis tentacles, which are the best, with vomit on them. An inject there. Proud of you, Ben, doing some injects. Now these Broodlords are going to start to become a pretty big problem if we don't. We do have a lot of air power actually, but the Corruptors will balance that army out. We have, how many Corruptors do we have? 6 Corruptors. So they can do a lot of damage to these carriers, but at the given moment, I'd say with this number of carriers and more Void Rays and carriers in the waist, I can't believe he has this many queued up at all times. I also like to highlight a robotics bay. We're going to go see some Colossus. This is interesting. Every tech. But the drones, he must be constantly producing drones. Another queen. But he has, our Zerg player has caught up in drones and actually passed their Protoss player. We have, I think, every tech known to man on the field right now. Look at this. I can hold the middle mouse down and pan real smooth. I'm getting better at this. But I think every tech from our Protoss player, so that's interesting. As far as production goes, yes, there it is. That's the final tech building. So he just wants everything. He has the money to do it. Lots of supply too. We finally figured out how to make pylons. Now, I think if he did something, I don't know if he knows this is here. I don't think he does. Let's check. I know how to do that. There we go. No, he has no idea. Technically, he doesn't even know that there's a natural. I'm sure he assumes. No, actually, he probably doesn't assume anything because he's probably not thinking about anything besides carriers and lots of carriers. So he has no idea this is over here. He has no idea this is here. As far as our other player, he doesn't know that he got his 3rd stolen. He knows he lost it, obviously, but he does not know it was stolen. He has 9 idle workers. Where are they? They're all right here. He could just move them down here and that'd be fine, but no. This is pretty well saturated, so that's good. But he does not want to use these workers. He's trying to be polite and cancel out his worker advantage. What's workers killed anyway? 28, that's all from the beginning. And no worker losses for the Zerg player. As far as units lost, let's look at the army supply first. Army supply is favoring the Zerg player, but a lot of that is in the Roaches. Roaches take a lot of supply. And the worker supply is relatively even, so that's not bad. Let's look at the units lost tab and see who has the advantage there. The Zerg player definitely has the advantage from that early. There's the Erdas Calf again. Ursa Dak. Crazy looking. Oh, he disappeared. That's unfortunate. But from that early advantage, he has managed to hang on to that. There is not a whole lot going on right now. There's the DT just kind of chilling at the ramp. Dark Templars look really cool. Well, I think my favorite unit in the game, but nobody really cares about that. We do have more Broodlords. Where's production tab here? What is happening? I do not know what just happened. I think I just fast forwarded a little bit. That's probably not for the worst, considering nothing happened. The DT moved mildly forward and the Zealot took his place. In the meantime, carrier production is still going on. Lots of Colossus, of course queued, because that's where you want your resources to be. He is struggling for gas, but he does have a pretty awesome Colossus carrier army with Phoenix to counter the Corruptors. Really great army going on, and the range upgrade, which is an excellent upgrade for the Colossus, which are 111. He does not, I don't believe, no, he's not getting any of the other upgrades. He is getting, is that War Prism speed? Gravitic Drive, I believe. Yeah, I don't think he has a War Prism though, and I don't think we're gonna see Huck like Warp Prism control. So one DT is gonna try to slip in here, and he's gonna get absolutely massacred. That is unfortunate. This is actually, I don't know if it's intentional, but it's really great placement of this detection Broodlord combo to stop the DT harass. Now, if he just decided to go down here, he'd kill all these drones, or maybe break down the rocks from this side. There's another meeting here with all the overlords. Everyone's playing pretty defensive. As far as production goes, we are getting Roach speed, and the first upgrade from our Zerg player, that must be at the Spire, right? For his flying unit, it's gonna get the armor, which will really make them harder to kill from the. Oh my gosh, I just realized something. This is the first and only Protoss game you'll ever see, or a game that has a Protoss player where there's not been a single, not one stalker. There's no stalkers. That's ridiculous. The bread and butter of the Protoss army has not been produced. That'd be way too mainstream for JD. He is a StarCraft hipster. Anyway, trying to do my, here we go, I'm doing a mouse trick. Just need to be professional about it. And you can zoom in on the Colossus. These guys are like War of the Worlds, don't you think? Look like a robot bug tripod. This is actually a pretty scary army. I feel like the armor supply is pretty even, which is actually mind-blowing. Look at this. He's gonna take, because especially when your opponent is using Broodlords, it's best to take the base closer to him. That way it's even easier for him to siege you from long range, because taking the base that is over here closer to your own forces would make it way too easy to defend, and our Protoss player likes a challenge. He still, look at this, he has no idea what is going on at all. I think, I mean, he knows there's Broodlords. He doesn't really have an answer for them besides the carriers. He should really, this army is actually devastating, to be honest. I think he would absolutely win a fight right now. The Zerglings would be useless against the 5 Colossus. The Immortals would tear through the Roaches. All these carriers, 5 carriers, lots of Phoenix, Void Rays. He should really just attack. He could end this game easily. The Dark Templar would probably get in there somehow. Maybe making them into Archons again. But, no, they're just going to sit around and macro up. And by macro up, I mean build one drone at a time, even though you have 4 Nexus and queue lots of them. That's macroing. There's a Spine Crawler going down, maybe in the 3rd. No, in the natural, yes. No, Spine Crawler in the main, where his entire army is, because, you know, the army won't stop any aggression. But the Spine Crawler's got to unlock. Look at, I've never looked